He's still reading, isn't he? Well, I think he's almost finished, folks. Stick around, let's see. And we have ignition.
TV Nicks, McDonald's, Procter & Gamble, and all of their products. Oh, for those who are just joining me, welcome. We were just discussing the Satanic Panic, and before we go too much further, make certain you like and subscribe. To catch you up to date, we're talking about the Satanic Panic, 1980. Here we are now. The repercussions of what happened after these horrendous books made their way into the mainstream. Procter & Gamble lost a lot of money. They had to change the name of their logo, or the design, rather, of their logo. As you may or may not know, it had 13 stars on it, and it had a moon, and they said, oh, that was the symbol of the devil, and 13 is never a good number. It goes back to the time of when people were illiterate, and that was the stamp, so that in the shipping containers, in the shipping yards, they could say, oh, this goes here, and this goes here, and this goes here. It was not, and I repeat, not satanic. But that is a minor thing. It is a very minor thing, because there were real lives destroyed throughout the Satanic Panic. I mentioned about the daycares. They were attacked left and right for being owned and operated by Satanists. One couple was later found innocent after they served 25 years in prison. 25 years is longer than many of you have been alive. 25 years. It may be noted, too, that Halloween changed forever. Thanks to these books. People were so afraid that it was the devil's birthday. It was an affront to the Lord Jesus. They were certain that Satanists were out there poisoning the candy. But for those of you who may or may not have read The Witches don't do that because they have magic. That's a little wink to you there. But I will tell you this. The cartoons, Rainbow Bright was considered evil because Rainbow Bright had a star on her cheek. The Smurfs? Oh yeah, the Smurfs, they were completely evil because they were transgendered, blue, dead swamp demons who were also gay. He-Man, because he was the master of the universe, and in order to be the master of the universe, guess who had to be dethroned? Jesus Christ, Yahweh God, had to be dethroned as the master of the universe. It had nothing to do with selling toys. It was really all about evil. Your music, even. All of your music. It all had backmasking. For those of you who don't know what that is, it goes back to, and I'm not making this up, Aleister Crowley, whom had learned to speak backwards, and he would say, da-da-da-da-da, which means come here, but it's backwards. I don't know how that would be any good to you, but apparently, according to these people, it works on your subconscious, and it opens you up. Now, many of you may know one of the most famous backmass songs, and that is Stairway to Heaven, which when you play it forwards, it says one thing, you play it backwards, and it says, "Here's to you, my sweet Satan, whose power is Satan in the little tool shed who made us cry, sad Satan." Something like that. You would think, however, again, that we would have learned our lessons. But we didn't. Because this affects people today. Right now, watching this video, the Satanic Panic affects people today. There are still people out there who believe strongly that Satan is a real force who is out to destroy you and is out to poison your mind. And these people, many of whom grew up in the Satanic panic, are now of voting age. And they vote to take away your rights. Many of you, if you are a minority, they vote to take away the rights of the LGBTQ plus community. They vote to destroy our parks and our national treasures. These people vote. These people still believe to this day, oh, I won't drink a Monster energy drink because it has 3 lines and that's Hebrew for the devil. You know, it was John Paul Sartre who said, famously, hell is other people. And where most people are very kind in my comment section, and I am so grateful for you, this affects me personally too, because many people out there will write the most horrible things about someone they've never met on the internet. They will say to me things like, you are corrupting the minds of children. They will say things like, I think he's a cult leader. They will say things like, this is Heaven's Gate. They will say things like, I don't think we're safe in this neighborhood with you here. They will actively seek to destroy what they do not understand. And that, my friends, is how it comes back to right now. Yeah, that was the 80s. That was 40 years ago. And still, people are so terrified of the devil. Stay tuned for more videos as we discuss this and many other topics. Before I go, here's a word from my co-host, my friend the devil, and Asmodeus.
Well, everybody knows rock and roll is the devil's music. And that reminds me, I have a really, really good one for you this time, Asmodeus. What do you call a bassist without a girlfriend? Homeless. Like and subscribe to this channel.